It's time to go behind the hoop guts for one of my recent finishes. I can't wait to share this one with you. So here are the hoop guts. I'm not even showing you the front of this hoop yet because there's so much going on back here. You can see I used a lot of silk thread. That's a wider looking thread. I used a lot of tapestry wool. I used the DMC soft cotton. Lots of threads. You can tell there's beadwork because I have some smaller threads throughout here. And you can kind of see the shape of this one. If you've been following along on my Instagram, I'm sure you know which hoop this is. I started this one at a class that I was teaching at QuiltCon. So if you took that class, you definitely saw this hoop in the beginning stages. Let's check out the front of the hoop. So here we are. This is from my Inspired Stitchcraft class. I taught this one at QuiltCon. I'll be teaching it again at QuiltCon next year in North Carolina. I love this hoop. She is so much fun. And I want to show you where the inspiration came from before I get further into this hoop. I have a subscription to this magazine, Somerset Studio. It's a mixed media. It's just, I get a lot of inspiration from here. I'm not a scrapbooker. I used to be, and I have a love for paper and everything mixed media. So this magazine, I love this subscription. But from this, I took out this page, and this is my inspiration for the hoop. So in my Inspired Stitchcraft class, we always start with an inspiration, something that you're inspired by, whether it's colors, whether it's a piece of art, just something you've created. We have an inspiration. So this was my inspiration. And looking at this, you can kind of see I went with some of the same colors. This definitely was some of my inspiration, the glasses, the umbrellas all over, the circles of the balloon shape, and I'll show you where on this hoop each of these pieces came from. So obviously the glasses or my goggles, so many sequins. This was a really fun, and I just started by freehanding this on fabric, and it just kind of took shape as I was stitching it. We've got her umbrella hat, which lots of umbrellas in this piece. And then her face is made up of circles. So we have all these balloons here. I loved the circle shape. So we have the wool circles. These are the Wonderfill pre-cut circles. So I have those matching the background fabric because I wanted there to be something on the fabric, but I didn't want it to take away from the rest of the hoop. I've added a lot of buttons along the edges of the umbrella. I have a yarn. If you look closely, this is just a yarn that I had from a project that I had knitted up years ago, and I thought the texture of this was just a lot of fun, so I added that. We've got sections of satin stitching. We have lots of beads going on here. Her hair is a combination of lots of straight stitches with pearl cotton, with a needlepoint thread, and with silk ribbon. We've got the little dangly edges of her glasses here. Her face made up of circles, and I just started by drawing a circle and filling that in, and then I added circles throughout. So this piece took shape over, I would say, a 2-month period. It took me to stitch this. Began in one of my classes. I started with the glasses or the goggles. I really wanted them to be the focal point of this piece. And I'm super happy with how it turned out. And I think it's cool when you take this Inspired Stitchcraft class to see where your finished project comes out and how it started. So I love to show the process of this was the beginning and this is where it ended. So that's my latest behind the hoop guts. I hope you enjoy, and if you took this class, I hope you enjoy seeing where it turned out from where it started. And as always, happy stitching!